It was something that has been rumbling on since the beginning of our relationship.
Okay.
So before kids, before anything, we're kind of dating.
Sure.
And, what would you think? Would you ever? And to be honest, some days, yeah, let's do it. Some days, no way. Let's move to the Caribbean. Let's go anywhere but because of the wahala.
Right.
I've watched so many other people get so old that they come here with no energy, no vim left.
Right.
I said, that can't be me.
Right.
I'm going to be a burden. The family that I haven't been with for the whole working life, I'm now going to rely on. It couldn't work like that. And to be honest, the biggest factor to our move at that point were the children. Literally, the things that I thought were along the right lines, but it's sharper when you get here.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure, 100% I know what you mean, yes.
Boom! What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joannis or Joe Hatagwa. I'm a Sierra Leonean American living here in West Africa. And if you want to know why this married couple would move from the UK here to Accra, Ghana, then this is the video for you. Okay, cool. So today I'm meeting up with Sam. He's one half of Ghana Bound. Ghana Bound is a consultancy and a YouTube channel that's all about helping people understand what it's like to move from the West to West Africa. Sam and his wife Yaba had a business in the UK. They're running that business remotely, and now they're establishing a new business here in Accra, Ghana. Sam is who I met with today. I got Yaba on a whole nother interview, but with this conversation, we're talking to Sam about the move, the decision for the move, and really what it's been like living here. So, check it out.
And today I got a special guest. We got Sam from Ghana Bound. Sam, first of all, thank you for doing this.
It's my pleasure.
I really appreciate it. I'm going to talk to Sam a little bit about what he's doing with Ghana Bound and why he's here. But first, let's talk about how we met. So we met at the Meet and Create event.
Yeah, Wodamaya's thing.
Wodamaya's event. He put up on his Instagram that he was going to put together an event for content creators here in Ghana to get together. It was a standing room only. Had to be like 300 people there. Really, really big event. Awesome. You know, these guys got up and told their story and what they're working on, and I knew that I wanted to meet them. So immediately after it was over, I came and found Sam and his wife. We talked for a little bit and we said we got to exchange information and meet up and talk to you all about what we're doing. So Sam's going to interview me for his channel, and of course I'm interviewing him for ours. Sam, can you talk a little bit about Ghana Bound? What it is that you guys are doing with Ghana Bound?
Okay, so Ghana Bound now is about putting information for returnees, tips and tricks, and also sharing other stories of other returnees and how they've got on and what they're doing. Because, you know, got so many questions about what you can do here.
Sure.
How did you manage to do it? Questions on shipping and all sorts of stuff. So our channel actually started as just recording our journey for our children, and it's just spiraled out of control.
Right. And so, I mean, that's an awesome cause, and I think it's so helpful because, you know, I wish I had something like that, right? To make it so that you have a better landing spot when you get here.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something similar with my channel. So let's go back a little bit, right? So where are you originally from? Are you Ghanaian you're from Ghanaian descent?
Yes.
Okay.
So both me and Yaba are from Ghanaian descent. Okay. And we were both born and raised in the UK.
Okay. Had you been coming back and forth to Ghana?
Yeah, through our childhood, we didn't know each other, but as a Ghanaian in the UK, you will have journeys coming back and forth, and there's a checklist of things that you've all gone through. So I had a relationship with Ghana before my adult life.
I mean, of course, it's one thing to make the decision to move by yourself, which I did, right, as a single person, but you did it as a family, right?
Right.
So how did you guys come to the decision to move to Ghana?
It was something that has been rumbling on since the beginning of our relationship. So before kids, before anything, we're kind of dating.
Sure.
And, what would you think? Would you ever? And to be honest, some days, yeah, let's do it. Some days, no way. Let's move to the Caribbean. Let's go anywhere but because of the wahala. Right. So it's been something that's been there from literally the beginning of our relationship, that at one point we will do it. I've watched so many other people get so old that they come here with no energy, no vim left.
Right.
I said, that can't be me.
Right.
I'm going to be a burden. The family that I haven't been with for the whole working life, I'm now going to rely on. It couldn't work like that. And to be honest, the biggest factor to our move at that point were the children. Were the children.
And so on that note, right, how have they adjusted moving from the UK to Ghana?
Absolutely love it.
Yeah?
They don't want to go back.
Okay.
So they just check if they've left any toys back. So I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Okay.
Daddy, have we left any toys? No, I don't need to go.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Nice.
Schooling, the whole lot.
You spend your adult life in the UK, all of your life there. It's a different world living in the West, right? You have different comforts, creature comforts, and a different lifestyle. So what has the adjustment been like for you moving from the UK to Ghana?
Like I said, I thought I had it quite down in my brain because I've come over, gone, I've done other projects here before and gone.
Okay.
But literally the things that I thought were along the right lines, but it's sharper when you get here. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, 100% I know what you mean, yes.
You have to be really clear as to what it is you want here. I'm very, very particular. So I'm like,
absolutely.
okay, so it's learning the systems. I don't say it's better or worse, but it's just you're in a new country, learn the systems, and that can be a bit lumpy.
Sure. Yeah, you get your scrapes and bruises along the way.
Oh, yes.
For sure. So what did you do career-wise, you and your wife, what did you guys do before you came?
So we actually have a personal training company in England. During the COVID, as part of that, I started an African clothing line, sportsing clothing line, which was just going live. And my history is in outdoor education with youth, and Yaba has always been into sports, nutrition. So we had we still do, we have a personal training company. So we supply personal trainers to gyms and golf clubs and stuff like that.
So you guys have kind of a slew of personal trainers that you supply out to different, and so that business you're running while here?
Yeah, because the remote control doesn't really work the other way.
Sure. But so you can run a business from here in UK. What you're saying is if you were in the UK, running a business here cannot work. No. It's a very hands-on type of place here, right? That's for sure. And so that is how you're sustaining a living. You had a business before you came. And so now while you're here is with Ghana Bound, are you turning this into a business? Just about to go live with our website for our consultancy. Nice.
And we have so many links with so many things. I mean, Yaba is the founder of the West African Tour Guides Association, which she took on from her uncle.
Nice.
Man, it's amazing how many opportunities are just here. You can, with the right amount of work, you can realize everything. That's what I love about here.
Yeah, that's hugely important. And so can you talk about what it is that you're going to be doing with this consultancy? What kinds of things, I think you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but what kinds of things are you consulting people on? I know you had a lot of people asking you a lot of interesting questions, right? So that was born out of that, right? People coming to you with questions about the move? Yeah,
and we're only too happy to answer them.
Sure.
And it's from things like, is shipping better than buying everything over here?
Sure.
Schools, how does the school thing work, both for the American move and the UK move? How do I buy land, or how do I rent? Is this normal to pay? What is a land guard? There's so many different things. It's a completely different system.
Right.
And even for us that grew up being au fait to some point with the system, it's still mind-blowing.
You know, it was the same thing with me in Sierra Leone, right? I had visited, it was always for 2 weeks, 9 days or so. And then when you're there for 2 months, there are certain elements that become apparent to you that you maybe don't see when you're there for short trips. That's been your experience here?
And you spend completely different.
Right, exactly. Because when you're only going to be there for 9 days, you could stay at a hotel for 9 days. When you're staying for 2 months, that's an entirely different situation.
Even the Airbnb's looking pricey, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because even the monthly fees, they'll try to tell you have a 20% discount on a monthly fee. It's still, $2,500, if it's like after over a month or 2 months. So so what are some of the I would say like the pitfalls, right? And then we can talk about some of the positives too, but if you're deciding to make a move, what are some of the things that you need to think about, and what advice would you give to that person? If this thing happens, here's how you handle it.
Think something will happen to test you. It's going to happen.
Sure.
So we always say that your why, the reason why you want to come back, has to be solid, because something will come up that will test you, that will make you think, I'm going to pack up my bags and I'm out of here. I don't need this ish. So
Yeah.
your reason why has to be strong. It's a learning curve. You need to have a network, because without it, you can just be tossed around from pillar to post.
Sure.
And it's all sounding very negative, but if you go to London and try and navigate your way there's a certain network. Well, I don't know how it is in Sierra Leone. In Ghana, you need to have a network around your human being people. You're not just
100%.
going to power through on your own
Yeah.
and make it.
Like any city, right? You're
Yeah.
moving to any new
Yeah.
city, new country. There are different cultures. There are just different systems, how things work. You do have to know people here locally
Yeah.
to be able to help you navigate, right? It's not even specific to Ghana, but I think the thing is because there maybe aren't as many systems to fall back on as
Yeah.
you might have in other places that you're used to in the West. People find it difficult, but I think if you have an entrepreneur spirit,
Yeah.
you've been through peaks and valleys, right? And you have to know that you have to persevere through them and keep going.
Yeah.
And that's the same. I mean, you have to have that kind of entrepreneur spirit, right? When you move to Ghana.
If you don't have a problem-solving mindset,
Yeah.
maybe just come on holiday here and enjoy it for what it is, and it's fantastic. But if you know why you want to come here, then everything that is a challenge, and that's what I'd call it, because you will be challenged, then your problem-solving mindset will get over that thing instead of being defeated by that thing. And you can have any lifestyle you want here. Absolutely, you can have the same lifestyle as in the States. It's going to cost you.
It is going to cost you.
All right.
It's going to cost you.
And it's probably going to cost you more than the States.
Yeah. I would not disagree with that. Yes. But yeah, you can live a first-class lifestyle if you want, for sure. All those amenities are available to you if you so choose. But there are also other things too I think are interesting. Like I have a housekeeper. Now in LA, I used to pay a guy to come clean my apartment. It was $100 a month. One day a month, he would come clean my apartment. It was a 3,600 square foot apartment, so it was pretty big. But he would come and sweep the floors, clean the windows, all that kind of stuff. It was $100 a month. My housekeeper here is $100 a month. She's here 5 days a week. She does my laundry, she cooks meals for me, she makes my fruit bowls, my fruit juices. I'm vegan, so she makes vegan-friendly food options, and for the same price. And she's happy. Like that's high end of what some of the people get paid. And so I just took that one expense for that one time a month to clean my house in the US, and now as a full-time housekeeper, 5 days a week, about 5 to 6 hours a day. So there's also that too. There are some creature comforts that you can get for much cheaper. But I think that that's more like on the service level.
Yeah.
The services are cheaper here versus maybe the like physical properties and places that you live will probably be on the more expensive
You're
side.
very
You agree?
right.
Yeah?
You're
Okay.
very right.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get used to the home help situation. It's not anything that I've experienced
Sure.
or would even contemplate.
Sure.
The other thing that you have to do is stop thinking in the other currency, because then when you keep thinking in that currency, things actually become very expensive for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an odd one to shift.
Yeah, for sure. Shifting to something more positive, right? What are some of the things that you like about being here in Ghana?
I like the sense of community. I like having my family around me now.
Yeah.
So from being out there with just me, myself, one of our grandparents,
Okay.
and where we were, we didn't have the family around us.
Sure.
So it felt like being on a little island. So being here, and my son just amazed at how many uncles, real uncles, not even the ones I went, you know,
like your friends.
Yeah, the uncles
right?
too. I know
Yeah.
you're older, so you're my uncle.
Right.
But he's just amazed by how much family he has, and I've seen his confidence just skyrocket. Same for my little girl, skyrocketing with the confidence. And even in school,
I was going to ask about
he's
that.
gone from being where we were again, literally the only black kid in the class.
Right.
So, Daddy, you didn't lie. Everybody's brown like me. You didn't
Yes,
lie.
yeah.
And again, they're all at his speed.
Yeah.
So over there, it looked like he was the pocket rocket just flying around everywhere. And you go in now, everyone's matching each other's speed. I thought coming here, that his energy levels might come down, the sunshine, it just chill him out. He's solar powered. It just didn't, it backfired.
Nice.
He's just gone even further.
I love it. So a question about schools. Some of the people who subscribe to my channel, when I do my lives, they ask me questions about school, and I just don't have any concept for that. So I know Ghanaians are very big on education.
Yeah.
Their vocabulary is much better than mine. They have a much stronger command of the English language.
Oh, yeah.
And they speak multiple languages, right? So the education system here I know is set up very well. But I mean, I only know that just because I see the result of it in my workplace. For you as a parent of 2 children going to school, What have you discovered are some of the differences here versus back in the UK?
Okay, so here, like I was saying with the lifestyle that you want to live,
Sure.
you can have every type of education system.
Okay.
Yes, you want the German, you want the Dutch, you want the American, you want the English, it's all here.
Right.
All right, you will pay.
Sure.
Okay, so everything you pay. And there's levels. So you can go for the GIS, which is, and the Lincolns, which is way up there.
Sure.
And your children will be around a certain social kind of standing.
Sure.
You can come to a local international school, but within all of it, it's done to a very high standard. Even when the school doesn't have all the newest computers and
Sure.
everything, the teaching and the quality of the teaching is impeccable. One thing I would say that I noticed straight away is, from the bits that I've seen, and I'm not going to say it's for all of them, one of the main differences I've seen in the style of teaching is that there's a lot more questioning and understanding in the Western system. One of the main differences I've seen is that at my kids' age, there's a lot more learning through play, whereas here it's this is the learning section,
Sure.
that's the play section.
Okay.
I mean, as an example, there was summer school.
Okay.
So we're thinking it's like summer camp, a lot of play, no, it's school
Okay.
in summer.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they don't play with the schooling, it's very formal. Again, from what I've seen, it seems there's more a regurgitation of information
Okay.
rather than questioning, and I don't know, I wouldn't like to say a full understanding. It just seems like there's less questioning,
Okay.
inquisitive, you know what I mean? It'd
Sure.
be very, very polished, very correct English, like you said, or
Right.
very correct ways of doing maths. You'll see a lot of Montessori type schools out here.
Okay.
Most of them are not.
I see.
They're Montessori-ish.
I see. Okay.
That's the kind of thing, and that was a really good example, because the way Montessori should be taught isn't the way that schooling systems in here default to. So I think even the ones that label themselves Montessori kind of struggle with the old colonial way
Sure.
and the new, yeah. So that's another thing I really was surprised. I was hoping to find some kind of Pan-African school.
Sure. There aren't any. There is a business idea right there. I think schools are important, and I think where you see a gap, fill that gap. I was gonna ask you about that. So
Yeah.
some people do have that question, like, what kind of business should I start? Or what are the top 5 businesses? I think you said that somebody asked you, what are the top 5 businesses you could start?
What are the top 5 business opportunities? And
Yes.
Right.
So can you speak to how you would answer that generally?
generally, I would say whatever it is you're doing in the space that you are now, you can come here and make it bigger. Whatever it is, you just need to do it with the same proficiency as you would do and expect in whatever location you are now.
Yeah.
It's that attention to detail and service that will make you stand out. Nothing is being controlled and taken over. There's no Walmarts over here to that extent where
Right.
you can't set up a supermarket chain if that's your strength.
Sure.
If you're into nails, do yours to the top standard that you can. Make sure your clients are getting service to the top. Yours will shine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might not be the only one that's shining, but it will shine and you will get your fair sweat equity back. Yeah?
There's nothing here that's saturated.
Nothing.
I think that there are people who have that belief system, even YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many, I mean, there's 300 plus people probably, or at least 200, let's say,
Yeah.
200 people that were creating content. And it's not like any of us, our channels got less views because all of them are there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
all have the opportunity to carve out our own niche. And so whether that's in the social media space or you're doing something physically and you have a business, I've noticed that here, and there's still a lot of gaps in a lot of industries, right? There might be 1 or 2 chains that are doing it. And then one thing I always tell people when they think that things are saturated is Google was the 12th search engine. Can you imagine?
Wow.
The 12th search engine, the 12th. So if they would have thought, oh, there's already Yahoo, why would we want to, because Yahoo was before Google, by the way. If they would have thought there's already Yahoo, why would we want to be a search engine? It wouldn't have happened. But they realized that they were just going to be the best at what they were doing, and that allowed them to not only be an entrance in the market, but actually take over and be the verb that is used to describe searching for something. You Google it now. You don't web searching.
Yeah.
Is what we used to call it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that same thing applies here. Is that there's so much opportunity. With that, I think there comes challenges, as we described, right? So so let's set a little bit more into Ghana Bound before we close this out. So you guys are launching the website when?
Yeah, end of the month latest.
Okay, end of the month. How can people sign up to get consultations? How's the process going to
All
be?
on the website.
Okay, it'll all be on the website.
Literally click on, we've got different packages, of schooling packages, general packages. You'll sign in, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll have an initial chat with you to see if it fits for purpose.
Sure.
And if we need to go and get some more information for you and what your particular need is.
Sure.
And then we'll get straight back to you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and it will be what, GhanaBound.com?
It will be. It will be.
Nice.
Yep.
So you got the URL.
Yeah, we got it.
And that's how they can. Is that how everybody can find you?
Yeah.
GhanaBound on all social?
GhanaBound.com. You can say Yabba at GhanaBound.com or Sam at GhanaBound.com. It comes to us.
Okay, and all the rest of the socials too. Instagram, it's
Ghana.bound.
Ghana.bound.
Yeah.
On YouTube, they could just type in Ghana Bound.
Ghana Bound, we come up. And that's a resource in itself, because there's a lot of how-to videos, and just following our story on there, you'll see how we found solutions for bits and pieces. I will say, you did ask me about some of the downfalls. It gets tricky when you need to do official stuff.
Sure.
If you need to get permits for building, and there's a very clear way. If you don't know, you'll get lost.
Sure.
So yeah, come and check us out. Schools, there's a whole episode on schools. We're here to help.
Yeah, I mean, look, the name says it all, right? Ghana Bound, right? So if you're planning to make the move, and if you're just coming, first of all, I would recommend, if you're planning to move here, come to visit first.
Yes.
Right? Just get an idea of the lay of the land, be feet on ground here. But while you're doing that, look for resources like Sam and his wife at Ghana Bound, and understand what exactly the pitfalls are, some of the positives, before you make that full-time move. That's a piece of advice that I would give. And these guys have a consultative service, so definitely take advantage of it.
We will be doing relocation tours.
Okay, nice.
So we're talking with a few big construction, residential companies. We're trying to iron out all the chinks. So there's a certain way that they do it here, which isn't actually, there'll be fees to be paid, but the way it's done and presented to someone that's returning makes it not comfortable. So we're trying to iron out to get a system that makes you comfortable, that you're not going to get ripped off on or feel ripped off on, which is actually the case a lot of the time, just because the system's actually different, that you end up feeling ripped off or cheated where it was a fee.
That's good to know too.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming with your Western context, that would be why you might feel that.
Yeah.
But if you understand the system, then you don't walk away feeling a negative feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Or had any crazy surprises and shocks.
Yeah, that's usually important. I don't like surprises if they're not a good one.
Yeah.
So I love that. Okay, any closing thoughts, any other pieces of advice that you would give to anybody who's planning to visit or even planning to move?
Yeah, so you made a very good point. Visit, come and have your own experience with Ghana. Even if you used to travel here as a child with your parents, that's different. Come and have your own experience with Ghana. Hey, you might go to Sierra Leone, you might go over to Kenya, fine, but have your own experience here and just try it on a few times. Okay, when you think that that's right, come again.
That's it.
Okay, and for anybody that's really thinking, maybe should I, shouldn't I, there's gonna be so many people saying, hey, have you packed up £1 million, $1 million? Are you ready to do this? All these kind of questions they don't ask if you decided you were moving to Greece or if you were moving to France. Why is it? There's a lot of preconception. I don't want to be too conservative, controversial.
Sure.
Into us not relinking with what is ours. All right?
Yes.
So take those fears, pack them neatly, be smart as wherever in the world that you'd be.
Right.
You're going to be fine.
Yep.
I did notice on the aeroplane growing up, the people around me got lighter. So as a child, it was all Ghanaians coming and going from Ghana. As an adult, there's everybody. There's Chinese, there's Lebanese, there's English people, there's everybody coming because opportunity, chance, cash is here.
Yes.
This is where it is.
Yeah. Good points, all good points. Yeah, man, this has been a great conversation. Again, everybody can find you at Ghana.bound on Instagram.
Yep.
Ghana Bound on YouTube.
Yep.
And then it'll be GhanaBound.com.
Yep.
Okay, so guys, check them out. Definitely do your research. Learn from others.
Yeah.
So before you make that trip, because you want to be able to, what did it say? Fools learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from others.
Yeah.
You have resources here. Check out the Ghana Bound YouTube channel. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Definitely.
If you feel like I forgot any questions, people always tell me I forget questions. So let me know if you think I forgot any questions, or if you have any other questions for Sam and his wife. Go ahead and write it in the comments below. Subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. And with that, guys, see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
All right, cool. So that was Sam's story. What do you think about his story? What do you think about what it's been like for him living here? Similar experiences, different experiences? Do you have questions for him? All of that, let us know in the comments below. I'm gonna have Sam's information, of course, the channel and everything in the description, but definitely reach out to Sam and his wife Yaba, the Ghana Bound group, for anything you have questions on. They're really good at helping people figure out that transition from the West to West Africa. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Share this with anybody else that you know that might be moving from the UK to West Africa, specifically Accra, Ghana. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you all on the next video. All right, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share it with your friends. All right, see you on the next video.